99 problems and I still kept it 100. Yeah, it's been a long time coming. They ain't cuffing my cloth, they tugging it. Putting up numbers, 99 problems and I still kept it 100. Yeah, who don't play, 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 who don't play, 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 who don't play, 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 who don't play, 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 who don't. Long time coming, not gonna bite, I'm a mafia from running. Cataracts under my eyes from hustling, going from buying to selling to customers, run up the business. God is my witness, turn up the sun up from Monday to Sunday, we maxing the limits. My man running like Tom Cruise on an action movie, moving a mission. They say that I'm tripping. I've been told I need a vacation, I'm finessing a visit. First class, my feet up high in the air on business.
Yeah, we on business.
Yeah, man. Woo-woo.
Welcome to it, TSR Live. I'm one of your hosts, Tone Capone, and we're missing our favorite friend. Where is Kiki at, Zach?
I have no idea where Kiki is, but we're going to hold it down without her. Last time I seen her, she was somewhere in Greece saying that she was an African princess, lying to them people. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know if one of them Greece men captured her. I don't know what's going on. But we're going to hold it down, man. TSR Live.
Absolutely. So, Roomies, are you ready? Let's go ahead and get into the show because we got a big show for you. How about it? Let's start tonight. Speaking of the ladies, let's start with the ladies. Summer Walker is trending, and it's not because of a song. She recently sat down with popular content creator Speedy and had this to say about money, men, and relationships. Take a look.
When you go broke, I will leave you. Figure it out.
So you're here to just bleed them dry.
Yes.
As soon as you get everything, you're off. Do you normally seek out the victims, or do they come? Is it inbound calls?
Oh, no. I never chase.
So it's never outbound.
I only attract.
Inbound only.
And if you came and talked to me, that's your fault.
Right, your prerogative. You signed up for this.
Ladies, if you try to ride or die, you will, in fact, die. Don't do that no more. You look stupid.
I do want to think, and maybe this is me being optimistic, that not like 100% exclusively that will be the experience. You know, maybe there are some good dynamics still left, no?
It could be. I'm not a man hater. I don't know. I just don't like them anymore. Like,
when you say them,
like men, I don't like to date wise. Like, y'all can provide, but like to like them, I don't know.
Wow. Which one is more important in a relationship, love or finances? Zach, what you think about that?
First of all, that entire montage just pissed me off. It really pissed me off.
Why?
Because when you tie a man's value to how much money he makes, it's like we can't win. It's almost like a man can't be human. A man can't have feelings. A man can't do nothing for her but provide. And if he's not doing that, he has no value. That's terrible. That's terrible. She sounds very, very hurt. I don't know who hurt her. She probably has been hurt. But I think she need to go to counseling and quit spreading that toxicity to the world.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
Toxicity. Cool.
And I made that word up. But
yeah, you did.
I did. But I'm just saying that's a terrible thing, Tone.
It's not even a big deal. I literally saw, only reason I found it, I saw in the reaction video.
You said it's not a big deal.
No, it's not.
So you think it's okay to leave? She said if you go broke, you can leave. You think that's okay?
You get another girl.
It's just, okay, so if we were saying, oh, if you get fat, I'm leaving.
Yeah, hey. I don't know, man. For me, it's of course you could tell everybody, that's the problem with the internet. A lot of people trying to tie each individual experience. She's got a thing that's going on. She had Little Meech. She had London on the Track. She had some, in those relationships, from what we know publicly, were pretty, they were kind of,
But at what point do you take accountability for being a bad picker? At what point do you take accountability as like you don't pick good men? You know what I'm saying? Or the men that you're attracted to aren't necessarily the type of men that you're looking for, or what you expect out of them isn't what's happening.
Exactly. But she still has a right to say it. Now, I do agree with you when you're Summer Walker and you say that the Summer Walker fans like, yeah, girl.
That's what I'm worried about.
She's going to influence a lot of people. But if you're dumb enough to listen to Summer Walker on relationship advice, then you get what you deserve. Stupid prizes, you'll get them.
Yeah, I get it, man, but I didn't like it.
I mean, for me, it doesn't make a difference. I mean, for what you did someone's beautiful.
But let's go back to your question that you asked me. Go up. You said you asked the question. You said which one is more important in a relationship?
Yeah,
love or finances?
They both tie in.
As ugly as this may sound, finances is more important.
I mean, okay,
because it's hard to. It's really hard to love somebody and be broke. Love is hard to find when you ain't got nothing.
That's fair.
It's hard. It's so hard to find the love. You may really have some love, but if y'all are struggling, fighting over bills, can't figure it out, the love is diminished because love is a feeling.
Yeah. I mean, for me, before we move on, for me, the Summer Walker thing, she's hurt. She's got to go wherever she's got to go. And guys, you see what she on. So if you mess with Summer Walker and she just kind of just leaves you, she told you online.
Yeah.
Everybody saw it. She didn't hide it. So don't be mad. Shout out to the Roomies checking in about this.
Tap in, Roomies. I want to know what they saying. What the Roomies saying?
What they saying?
So they said finances. So they agreed. Finances. Said finances are more important. I just think it's really hard to have love with finance. What's the number one reason for divorce? Money issues.
I don't know.
That's what they say.
I ain't never been married.
Oh, I've been married. And through the fire. Okay. I'm trying to tell y'all the number one reason is them dollars. If you ain't got no paper, you do not need to get married as a man.
There it is.
Don't do it.
Okay, before we trigger Zach, welcome to the man cave version of TSR Live today.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right. It's homecoming season. HBCUs are showing out. Now, the Battle of the Bands are flooding the timelines, and Ari Fletcher has entered the chat with a post that has the alumni talking. The influencer said, why are grown adults at college homecomings? Is this normal? Now we can take a look at some of the Roomies' comments.
She said, I'm genuinely asking because I didn't go to a big college that did stuff like that.
Right.
But it seems so off. I thought this was for kids in school event. No.
I mean, she said she went to college. Look, I'm not going, no Chicago slander. I'm not going to get on Ari. She tweaked. That was it. Ebony Queen said, it's a word. It's in the word itself. laughing out loud, homecoming. Also, H Code 3 said, alumni and homecoming is also a fundraising event. True. Armory TV posted, homecoming is a social family reunion. That's right. Now, it's all other comments, but we decided not to share more comments because they were kind of too rude to repeat. But you can head over to TSR's IG handle and see those comments for yourself. Now, I guess the comments pissed Ari off because she went live on IG. Take a look at what Ari had to say.
When I go outside, there ain't no ever, never, ever, never, ever pull my whole card, bitch, because it don't exist. No never walked up on me saying no smart shit. No never walked up on me, hey, that mother gonna crack a joke. All right, now why would you say, girl, that you ain't know them people? Well, be on Instagram. Is that slow? Why the f she says, like, you is not like that. Like, stop talking about me. Stop speaking on me. Like, for real. Go do something. Did you go to college? Why do you give a fuck? What did you do this year? Did you go to homecoming? Did you graduate? Did your mom graduate?
Well, I want everybody to know before, because I know you are a proud HBCU.
And I'm about to go there.
Alumni. But before we go there, like, just so you know, for Chicagoans, when y'all get to coming at us, we just gonna say we could beat you up. That is what Ari did. Everybody was like on her, and she like, all right, crack a joke. But hey, I beat you up. And that's what she was doing.
I like this, but she
knows she tweaked. She ain't tripping.
But she stepped on a territory that is sacred to a lot of people.
That's fair.
Like myself. And we value homecoming. Homecoming is actually designed. This is for information purposes.
No, oh my God.
This is not for this, and this is for information. Homecoming is designed for alumni. Hence the word homecoming. The people who are already there are there. So they don't have to come home. They at home. Okay, so the homecoming is designed for alumni to come back. And then she said, is there an age limit? This is only for informational purposes. No, there is not an age limit. What changes is the events you do based off your age. But there are events all the time. I tried to inform you this, Tone, about TSU's homecoming and how it's one of the littest homecomings there is. Okay, I said everything cracks during homecoming. I don't care your age. The undergrad, they got their parties that are sold out. The young alumni, their parties are sold out. The old heads who are 20 years plus removed, their parties are sold out. The 70-year-olds are at the damn fish fry, lit.
Yeah,
with their lawn chairs.
I know.
At the parade.
She didn't go to a black college, Zach.
It doesn't stop. This homecoming shit till I die, baby.
Oh, my.
Till I die.
So let me ask you this.
My blood, you cut my blood open. It's going to be blue.
Oh, my God.
TSU. I'm doing this forever.
Relax, champ. I want to ask you this, though. Homecoming.
Yeah.
Is there times when you don't go to homecoming? Because homecoming has broke up marriages, broke up relationships.
No. You're not going to do that to homecoming.
Saying, dog.
Homecoming didn't break up your relationship.
Come on, bro.
Your cheating ass brought up your relationship. Homecoming didn't do nothing. Let me tell you something. If you gonna cheat at homecoming, you's gonna cheat at home. Don't make homecoming the reason. You either gonna cheat at home. Don't try to make. But what we're not gonna do is.
Would you let your wife, if you were married, or your girlfriend, long-standing girlfriend, she went to FAMU, you gonna let her go to FAM's homecoming by herself?
Yes. Ooh. If she went to FAMU, she can go to homecoming by herself.
Ooh.
Because that ain't got nothing to do with me. I don't.
Would you want to go?
I don't want to go.
Because you don't want to see the hugs?
Yeah, because the thing about homecoming, she's gonna hug a lot of guys. Because she went to a HBCU. That doesn't mean she's doing anything with them, but they have relationships that I don't know nothing about.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I understand that because I went to a HBCU. I probably gonna hug a lot of girls that I don't think about ever.
Right.
That's just what happens. But I don't need to see it.
Okay.
I would let her go, absolutely, if she went to a HBCU.
Okay. All right.
And you don't need to come to my homecoming cramping my style.
Oh, damn. And like I said, I get it. I'm not going to talk about Ari. Shout out to her. I know she probably just didn't know or just threw one out there because she
didn't know, but she stepped on sacred ground, though.
Okay. All right. But I mean, like she said, again, for the people that's not from Chicago, when we get offended, we just say we're going to beat you up. All right, Jamaica.
All right,
man. What's going on?
Man, first of all, we want to send our love to our Caribbean roomies in Jamaica.
Yeah.
Where Hurricane Melissa has devastated the island.
Wow.
Okay. It was the hardest hit areas include Jamaica, Cuba, and Haiti. If you look at the screen, at least 34 people have been reported dead, and roomies have poured in their love. It's Tony Taylor said, Lord, praying for the country and the people of Jamaica. Real Chris Moore said, I hope the U.S. helps them as much as we help Ukraine.
There we go.
That's the word. Spice official said, Jamaica, we gonna build back stronger. And joining us live, stuck in Jamaica right now, is comedian Trey Elliott. Trey, are you in here?
I'm here.
Trey, what up, boy?
Trey,
hey,
man.
let me tell you something. I just got Wi-Fi back. I've been out of Wi-Fi for almost 37 hours.
Wow.
Welcome to the 80s.
Yeah, man, listen. I'm sorry. So I'm in this hotel room trying to get it. So I'll let y'all ask the questions first. What's up?
Okay, so I got one. I have a question because I don't know if it's AI at all. I saw videos. They were like the sharks are swimming through the streets. Is that AI, man?
I ain't see no sharks swimming through the streets, so right, I gotta say that's AI. I gotta say that's AI.
Okay. I want to ask you, were you there when the hurricane actually hit?
Nigga, yes. So let me tell you. My story. So I came out here to do a show. And so I got here Thursday. Mind you, I didn't know nothing about a storm coming. I checked the weatherchannel.com on my phone. It said 2 days sunny. No, it said 2 days rain, rest of the days sunny. Bet. Because black people always gonna say, well, y'all ain't know a storm was coming. Black people check the weather before we go anywhere so we can know what kind of outfits we need to bring. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
it didn't say anything about a storm. So I get so me, my fiance, her homegirls, we get here Thursday. When we get here, we find out about a hurricane is coming. We tried to book a flight to get back the next day. Oh shit, a hurricane. Hey. So we get back. I don't know if I can curse or not, sorry.
Yeah,
But
try not to curse
oh,
because we can use the clips. Try not to curse.
okay. So we get back. So we tried to book a flight to get back the next day. All the flights were booked or oversold because everybody got wind that the hurricane was coming. So then everybody that was getting here was trying, or that was already here, tried to book a flight to go back home. So everything was oversold. Flights were being canceled. They were price gauging flights. So now
Price
one-way
gouging.
flight to Miami, price gouging. So a flight to Miami one way was $3,000. So then we said, all right, let's try to get out Saturday. Couldn't get out Saturday, and then Jamaica closed the airport Saturday, early Sunday. They closed the airport 2 days before the hurricane actually came. So nobody could leave.
Wow.
So nobody could leave.
You had to be stuck. So I take it you're on a resort, right?
I'm on a different resort now. I was at Grand Lido Resort, and then the day before the hurricane, we had them moved us to the same resort, but I was at a resort that had 3 resorts. It's the Grand Lido, the Royalton Hideaway, and just the Royalton. So Grand Lido was the real nice, lavish one. Then they end up moving us to Royalton Hideaway, where we felt like we would be more safe once a hurricane came. So when the hurricane came, we were good. Everything was, whatever. Wi-Fi was working, whatever. After the hurricane, our Wi-Fi went out 2 hours after the hurricane was over, which didn't make sense to us. So we couldn't get in contact with nobody. But then once I walked out my hotel room in the resort was destroyed.
Wow.
Our room was good, but the whole resort was destroyed and messed up. And then not only that,
did they have you did y'all in an auditorium or a basement or a big area, or was y'all still in y'all rooms?
We were in our room, but people who rooms were on a lower level had to shelter into the dining hall. But because we were on the second floor, we didn't have to shelter. And the people that were on the third floor didn't have to shelter. But a lot of people on the third floor rooms it was a lot of damage on the third floor.
Wow.
And I got some of my friends who stayed on the third floor who rooms and stuff got damaged.
What part of Jamaica were you in?
I'm yeah, thank you. I'm in the grill. I'm in the grill.
Okay.
Yeah. So
has there been any plan of evacuation? Have they said when they think that you can be able to leave, or are you just stranded? How are you eating? Like, what are they serving you food? What's going on?
Yeah. So at the Royalton Hideaway where we was at, after the hurricane, they was serving us cold sandwiches and things like that. And then later on that evening, they started serving us hot food. And then today they was having hot food, but there was no Wi-Fi on that resort. So last night, me, my fiance, and her friends, we had to walk through the beach, through woods and all this little whatever to find another resort next to our hotel that had Wi-Fi, because people couldn't get in contact with nobody for over 36 hours. So once we found a resort with Wi-Fi, we then told them, hey, we're going to come back tomorrow to book a room here. Then we went back to our resort and was telling people, hey, if you need Wi-Fi, the resort next door, which was about a 15-minute walk, they have Wi-Fi. And so we end up today coming to a new resort called Couples, which happened to be a nude beach resort, FYI. Whole bunch of old white people out here.
I'm gonna say, I gotta know about Couples. Y'all nasty.
Yeah. We don't care. It's the only spot that got Wi-Fi.
Right.
So now we out here stranded with a bunch of 60 and 70-year-old white people naked, just so we can get some Wi-Fi. You know what I'm saying? I can't even make it up. It sounds funny, but I'm being real. So then people from our old resort, everybody started coming here just to be in the lobby to get Wi-Fi. The hotel shut the Wi-Fi off, so then fights started breaking out because nobody has been without contact with nobody for over 36 hours.
Wow.
So we were able to now get a room at this new resort, which is couples, so we can at least be on the phone, see when our flight's getting canceled, see trying to book this and book that. So we really don't know, man. Like they're saying we might have to get to Kingston, which is 4 hours away regularly. We're not talking about hurricane aftermath and the roads being blocked off. It's 4 hours without any of that. So ain't no telling how long it's going to take us to get to Kingston.
Man, hey, Troy, man, you be safe out there, and our prayers are going. Everybody in Jamaica, man, definitely let us know at TSR when you make it back this way, brother, man. Thank you for sharing your story. That's a crazy experience, man. Crazy.
Yeah, man, it really is, man. But I want to say thank you to everybody who reached out to me, all the prayers, all the phone calls, the texts, everything. It meant a lot to me and my family. And I just want to say thank you guys for just reaching out, man, and much love to everybody. And we will get home soon. Anybody got a connect for a private jet, send that our way too, because we tried that as well. And, we just trying to get back. So, but much love to you guys. We appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Praying for you, brother.
Yeah, Trey, man. Safe travels, brother.
Thank you.
Ooh, man, that's tough. It's a tough one right there, man. Tough. Yeah. All right, Roomies, let's bring in our next guest, comedian, actor, and author, Roy Wood Jr.
Luke, what's going on?
Oh, man.
Oh, here we go. Things. What's happening, brother?
One time for Trey Elliott. Oh, hell no, I'm at the crib. I wasn't finna be down there. Shout out to Trey and what he's going through right now. And this is the other thing comedians will never tell you. Is that you get somewhere and then it'd be a weather warning that canceled the show. You stuck there. You spend the next 2-3 days trying to get home. I guarantee you by Saturday, that promoter gonna call Trey talking about, yeah, man, the show's still on. We're gonna do the comedy show now. And he gonna be all the way somewhere in Kingston, 4 hours away trying to get to safety. And then the promoter won't pay you. You made it to Jamaica. Y'all were talking to the brother, but as a comedian, I'm just listening the whole time. Did the promoter pay you? Did the promoter pay you? Well, no, he can't pay you because it's a storm warning. Well, we can't do the show, big dog. Who gonna show up to the show? So the promoter sometimes, and I had this happen with a couple snowstorms, like you know when it's snow in the South, right? Mm-hmm. The promoters would be like, well, we did the show, you didn't show up, so I ain't gotta pay you. Nobody in the crowd showed up, big dog.
Nobody showed up, right?
I'm sorry to come in hot, but I just wanted to tell Trey we sending him his prayers, man, with nothing but love for him. Thank y'all for having me on, man. I got a couple bones to pick, but I'll let y'all go first.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Well, we'll go first, man. First of all, we know that you're a huge Cubs fan.
I don't care if you're from Chicago. I'll fight your ass back. I'll lose. You can't be talking about black. I went to FAMU. I'm sorry. I mean,
you can't talk about homecoming. You just can't.
You can't do
that. Come on, man. Like that's what I'm saying. She was wrong, and she knew it. That's why she said she'll beat you up. That's Chicago way.
And bring back the Atlanta Classic. That's when TSU, my alma mater, played his alma mater, FAMU every year in Atlanta.
Certain city, the Atlanta Classic. Yeah, that's what women who could fight. That's how women who could fight apologized.
Yeah.
I beat your ass. Okay, baby.
Hey, Roy, let me ask you, who you got in the World Series, big dog?
Man, I got number love for Mookie Betts. We got the MLB Awards show. We hosting live on MLB Network in 2 weeks after the World Series end. Me and Mookie co-hosting that joint. I need that brother in a good mood, so I need Dodgers and 7. I'm just looking for job security, big dog. We didn't already broke this monologue. I ain't trying to change it up and have Vlad Guerrero Jr. You got to change up the whole monologue. But yeah, man, big baseball fan. Baseball, but Dolphins and football, they on right now. And you see, I said yes to being on here. Instead of watching the Dolphins and Ravens.
Thank you. Let me know if somebody scores a touchdown because I got a bet pending. All right. Hey man, you got a new special out on Hulu called Lonely Flowers. What made you pick that name?
Yeah, man. I think COVID made us all separated and disjointed, bro. And like the way that we don't relate to each other and self-checkout. Well, and like think about last time you went in the store and interacted with like a employee, like just if you just at Macy's and they go, let me know if you need help. This is my section. That don't happen no more. They don't even follow you around the store. Remember racism? Remember an evil white person would just follow you, act like they dusting stuff.
Yeah.
It's gone. So I really think individually as people, bro, we are beautiful. But if we came together, man, we make a bouquet and it'd be a beautiful thing, man. It really would be.
Man,
We
that's
love that.
deep, brother. That's deep, brother.
Yeah. I've seen it.
I
I've
gotta-
seen the special. It's really good.
Can I ask y'all a question real quick?
Go ahead.
Go ahead. Have y'all ever bought a bootleg book? Did you even know that bootleg books was a thing?
No, I've never bought a bootleg book.
No.
I ain't never heard of this. So my new book, right? Man of Many Fathers just dropped on Tuesday, right?
Congratulations.
And okay, so the book there is, oh, see, you got the cover. Now I'm gonna show you something blow your mind. So my pops died when I was 16. I got a lot of game from cats other than my dad. So I wrote stories about that so my son can read later. That's the premise of the book. Now, my mama, like every other proud black mama, then went to the bookstore and then bought her son a book. And then her girlfriend, you know, my mom in her 70s. So these women are sending my mama screenshots going, is this the book? They on Amazon. Why somebody got this book right now
Oh my
on
God.
Amazon for sale?
No.
What the?
No.
Trying to
Come
be
on.
the dad I never had. Like they just like the bootleggers ain't even trying, bro.
Is that like an
Y'all
AI
know-
picture of you?
No, that's a terrible picture that they took of me at CNN that I need to get them to delete. It's very. I look like a realtor. I look like if Kenan Thompson became a realtor. When I tell you these bootleggers is working, bro, that's another one.
What the?
These are books. These books are for sale on Amazon right now. They
What is
look
going
at me.
on? Roomies, do
Y'all
not
look
buy
like that.
any of these books. Roomies, don't buy those books.
Is that
And
like
then
an
he's
old
selling it
headshot
for
they took of you?
$7. This the main one though. This the one that got me, man. This the one that got me, man. Y'all got to stop bootlegging black people's books. It's been 2 days. Let me hit my lick legit for a week. What?
Hell
That's
no.
not even me, bro.
That's Keenan
They didn't
Ivory
even
one.
try.
That ain't even you.
That's bro,
crazy. Who knew they
that's-
bootleg books?
that's straight up AI. Like that. At least the first two brothers used the old CNN goofy photo.
Oh my God.
That
They
last
straight
photo
put-
didn't even look like you.
Bro,
that's-
this looked like the villain in a Tyler Perry movie.
Yep. That's the dude that beats up the light-skinned dude in the
Yeah.
Tyler Perry movie. You know, in every
It's like
Tyler Perry movie.
the light skinned dude save him from that guy.
Man.
So before we
go
get
on,
beat up.
get them bootleg joints 1 star for your boy so we can get them up out of there. So
All
We
right.
got you,
For
Roy.
sure,
cut
for
this
sure.
real quick. Yeah.
Now,
man.
Now, Roy, you were one of the last people to headline a White House Correspondents' Dinner.
Yeah.
You was one of the last. Would you do it again with Trump as president?
Hell no. I ain't doing none of that because they can't take a joke. This the most scariest ass. We need to get rid of cancel culture. Now they trying to cancel everybody. They coming for everybody. I don't know if you just saw earlier today, man. They're saying that Gayle King is out at CBS Mornings
No
as part of the
way.
shakeup. Yeah, this just broke a couple of hours ago. And they saying that your boy Trump talking about doing some fraud investigations into all the Black Lives Matter donors, to the people who ran the organizations.
Yeah.
So we in the middle of a big ass roundup, bro. And I think things are gonna get a lot more wilder. And you know, something as simple as a joke there. Let me tell these jokes on stage. Let me tell these jokes over here. But you know, you
Yeah.
got some vindictive, shady folks right now, man. And you know, I'm not saying that everything was on the up and up with a lot of the Black Lives Matter donations and all of that. I think some folks was trying to do the right thing and other folks was running off with the bag. But now we in a position where I got to defend you because they're going to try to give you 87 years but for running up. So now as Black folks, we got to, even though, yeah, you probably was stealing, but now we got to march for you because we don't want you to get 87 years. And I don't want to put that burden on y'all where y'all got to march for me because I told the joke
Yeah.
that pissed off. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't gonna put y'all in that position. March for something more worthwhile.
There it is. All right. One of the best trends this year was blacks in Scotland. And you actually jumped yourself on a plane and went to Scotland. What is wrong with you, bro? You crazy.
Man, crazy. I had some Sky Miles, bro, and I just got curious about it. Like the idea that, you know, it's black people that are natively born in a different place. And I know it's like to a lot of immigrants, that ain't no news to you. I'm a Negro from Alabama. I ain't meet my first Latino till the 7th grade. Birmingham was just straight like that, regular black and white folks, right? So the idea of going over there, and at first it was just, oh, be silly. Oh, you look like me, but sound different. But when I really sat and started talking to these cats, shout out to Starboy, shout out to Manny Daffy. Like when we really sat and talked, you start realizing just how much Black American culture influences everything globally. But the thing that's consistent across the globe is how little Black history they teach. They don't teach us nothing about them, and they don't learn nothing about us. They might learn Dr. King or whatever project Ava DuVernay dropped. You'll learn about that. But in terms of like Black American history, you get our culture, but you don't know nothing about the struggle in the 400 years that got us to that point. That's in none of the Scottish textbooks. And it's the same way we're not learning about anything over here. So when you get, you know, it's easy to get into diaspora wars on the internet and everything. I really feel like part of the disconnect that we have as a race globally is that we just don't know each other's struggles. And that's just an indictment on the American education system, which is not programmed by Black folks, you know?
No. What was something that was over there that you think would be interesting to us as, you know, Black Americans over here that you didn't expect?
Oh, I think over there, the thing that was most interesting is that they really don't have Black neighborhoods. Scotland is only 2% Black, like total. We're talking like a country of 5 million people. So you got like what? 10, and don't make me do math. It's 2% of 5 million, whatever that.
It's not a lot.
Yeah. So they have hoods, but it's like poor white people hoods. And then there's Black people in there. And then so it's Black people kind of mixed in all over the place. The food was all right. I ain't gonna say it was the most seasoned, but that's the white side. But you got to be fair though, because a lot of Black folks that were born there, they first gen Caribbean or they first gen African. So you got jollof, you got plantain, you got everything that's everywhere else in the diaspora there. So you can still eat good over there. So it's not like you meeting a Black person who just straight up eating. You ever heard of mushy peas? Yeah, how your people. It's literally like stepped on green peas. I don't even know how to describe it. And they put mint leaves in it, so it tastes all minty. It's like mashed potatoes, mashed peas. They call it mushy peas.
Mushy peas.
I'm cool.
Exactly. Look at y'all. Look at the salad. Y'all can't even process it.
Shout out to him. Shout out. Now let's get back to the book. Let's get back to the book real quick, because what you were saying about the book, The Man of Many Fathers, I've said this many a times. A lot of times, single parent kids, especially guys, get raised by the hood, a little bit by their friends, a little bit by the guy in the neighborhood. So let's talk about that. Let's jump more into the book.
Yeah, I think the book, what that journey really showed me, you know, I have my son, he's 9 now, and you start thinking about, well, what I'm gonna teach him. And you start thinking about what you were taught, and then you think about who taught it to you, and then you realize your pops wasn't there. You know, I'm my mama's only child. I'm the 9th of 11 kids. So you do the math on how often you think my pops was in the crib. So it could be something as simple as a coworker, bro. And sometimes you get lessons by observing what not to do. Everything ain't mentorship or your pastor or your coach giving you a good. Sometimes you see a coworker do cocaine, and then you go, okay, maybe not for me. And you lay that out. And so I remember, man, when I'm being silly, but like that's one of the stories in the book. And so when I used to do stand-up, when I first started, I would be you'd be in the same city 4 or 5. Like back in the day, it was a lot of comedy clubs down south that was like 5-night, 6-night rooms. And so Columbia, South Carolina, they book you for 2 weeks straight when you the MC. I'm in Columbia for 2 weeks. I go do day labor during the day, bro. Go get some money. Why are you sitting your ass still? And at that time as well, it was hard for me to find regular employment because I was on probation for stealing credit cards from back in college. So day labor and tip service stuff, them the only people that'll rock with you.
Mhm.
And so in working those jobs every day, I'm in my 20s, you working with OGs in their 40s and 50s, and you think you getting inspiration, and they're thrilled to be working this job, and it's backbreaking, it's outdoors, you laying asphalt and rebar, like it's real work. And you get to the end of the shift, and these OGs, like, you ever met somebody who don't have a dream?
Mm.
Like, just have in a weird way accepted what their fate is, which is to work this job, and it's an honest day's living. But don't tell me you dreamed about this. Don't tell me when you was 12 you wanted to do day labor at a concrete factory. You did.
Yeah.
So you sitting around here with these dreams, and I messed around and told one of these cats one of them dreams, and they stomped it out. And that just made me want to push harder, man. And in a way, that's a father. That's somebody who taught me something, because if you don't get focused, if you don't get about your business, then this is what awaits you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
This is what awaits you, man. And so, of course, there's positive stories in there, but I just think if we really, as people, especially as men, if you really take a second and take a step back and look at why you are the way you are, you're gonna find some interesting people in those stories, and that's the stuff you can pass down to your kids.
Facts.
Now I know the book is about that, and you have interesting stories and interesting perspectives from different random people. Are there any stories from any celebrities in the book that you may have crossed once you got, became famous and in show business?
So you just stay away from cocaine?
No, nobody. You know what's funny, man? I was never famous enough to be around the cocaine. I guess they didn't want to share it. They thought I was going. I always came in the room after the cocaine was done. And, hey, young, you're doing your thing, young boy. Get on back in the street. Nah, man, I kept my head low, man. I will say early on, cats like D.L. Hughley, I gave him a shout out on Club Shay Shay, because he was really good about nurturing young comics. Bruce gave me a lot of game. The OG George Wallace. Like, I was blessed, man, because I came through morning radio in Birmingham. And so we had the #1 show, and any cats that came in town to play the comedy club, they would come do our show. And I had a front row seat to just seeing cats like Lavelle Crawford and Samore and Gary Owen just come in with a work ethic every Friday morning and kill radio, and then go on stage for 6 shows, 7 shows, and just murder, man. And so I was just blessed to be able to watch and have a front row seat to so many people that was doing it the right way. I didn't really run into the only weird celebrity encounter I had coming up as a youngin' was I met Tommy Davidson. I opened for Tommy Davidson in Charlotte. And like that Friday night, Tommy Davidson came up to me, he saw my set. He goes, "You're going to Hollywood." So the whole weekend, I thought he was taking me back to LA with him. So I go to Macy's. I done bought some new outfits. I called my mama. Yeah, this is it. She said, "I'm going to Hollywood." Sunday night, we do the last show. Tommy Davidson looked at me after he got his money. He said, "See you in Hollywood." Bitch. Thought you was... I'm sorry for cussing. But it's like one of them things where it's like, oh, there is no shortcut.
Yeah.
There is only the grind. There's only the work.
The catfish is delicious.
Yeah.
Come on, see me.
And so what Tommy was basically saying is that what you were doing, I already know where you're headed. I'll see you there. Right. And he ended up being right. But at the time, I got that all the way wrong.
Yeah. You said he went to Macy's and got some suits.
Yeah, because I'm going to I ain't packed no suits. You don't know who you're gonna meet. I went to ain't tailored or nothing. Cuff. Looking like
Right, man.
It was a blessing, man. It was a blessing.
It's been a pleasure, bro. Having you on the show. We gotta have you back, dog.
I appreciate y'all rocking with, man. Much love to the Shade Room, man. Thank y'all a lot, man. And I appreciate you, man. Man of many fathers, man. Y'all go get it. Don't buy them bootlegs.
Don't buy the bootlegs. And make sure you check out Lonely Flowers on Hulu.
Look at the bootleg.
Man, stop putting that up there, man. Stop putting that up there, dog.
I'm gone. Appreciate you.
Yeah, man.
Oh, he is so funny,
Man, just effortlessly funny
Man,
too.
Crazy.
Just effortlessly funny. Just like
And
I'm
that-
chill.
And I like that he had the same background as we do. Started in radio.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
then got out of radio and flipped it into.
So that's what you're doing?
Yeah, that's the goal.
That's the
No,
goal?
but see, I don't want to get out. See, he got out. I want to keep I want to do both.
Okay. All right,
Yeah,
fair.
yeah, I
All
wanna-
right,
I
cool,
wanna
cool.
keep
That's
my
fair,
radio.
fair.
Yeah.
All right, man. What's going on, Zach? You gotta tell
All
us about the Grammys.
Yeah,
right?
man. The Grammys are preparing to announce the 2026 nominations on Friday, November 7th at 8 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. Eastern. Okay. And you can catch the stream on live.grammy.com on their YouTube channel. All right.
yeah.
And be sure to tap in to the Shade Room's IG or TikTok for our exclusive coverage. Okay. So we got some super dope categories.
Man, I can't wait. The categories I'm looking forward to is like seeing who got rap album of the year nominations, the R&B album nominations, about spoken word poetry. Also, this one, gospel album. Now, there's been a lot of talk about the nominations, who's going to get nominated,
Yeah.
secular artists, what's going to happen with that. So it's going to be interesting. I hope.
I want to see the nominations for comedy album of the year. Chicago's own Just Nisha submitted her out.
Oh, she did?
Her special. I want to see if it gets nominated.
Oh, man, shout out to
Yep.
her.
Yep.
I definitely want a chance to get nominated. Album of the year.
Absolutely.
Rap album of the year deserves it.
It definitely deserves a nomination along with rap. Okay, I think 3 that need to be in there is GNX because it fell within that cusp of after the Grammys.
Okay.
I would say Chance album, Starline, and then I would say Clips.
Yeah.
Clips needs to be there. And honorable mention Freddie Gibbs. I really like that. The
Gibbs.
Alfredo too was I think was nomination worthy.
Yeah. I wonder they're gonna do the nominations for rap song of the year. I think the Clips got to get in somewhere in that because I don't know. I really like Whips and Chains.
I like Shall Be It. I think that album should be it.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Well, it looks like Kendrick and Drake's feud has made its way back to the court and the World Series. Well, how about it? This week, Drake filed a notice of appeal in the defamation case over Kendrick Lamar's "Not Like Us." We ain't heard "Not Like Us" in a long time, but here's the case. Let's see what the Roomies are talking about. She Loves CJ says, okay, this is beyond embarrassing at this point.
Yep.
Pretty T said, Jesus Christ, Drake, not right now. Dupree posted, Drake go hard, and that's facts. Miss Bombshell XXO06, oh my God, he's such a Karen. Come on, man. Man, this is tough. Meanwhile, both rappers' hometowns are in the World Series. Toronto Blue Jays have a 3-2 lead over the Dodgers. And game 6 is tomorrow night. I don't know what's going on. I hope the Dodgers win. I like Shohei Ohtani. I think he's just amazing. That's crazy what he's doing. I just like the Dodgers as a team for sure. But as far as the Drake thing, for God's sake, man, just release Iceman and let's get back to business, because when Drake's not rapping and Drake's not helping people out and not on the charts and not having song rotation, the rap game is falling. And that is a fact.
Okay, we're not gonna put that all on Drake.
There's no rap record on Billboard's top 40 for the first time in like 35 years. And it's because that light-skinned dude right here, I don't know, wait, that way, I don't know how to point to get it on the screen, but him, it's because he's not popping.
But he has put out records.
He has put out records.
He has records. It's
But
not
those
like
are
he hasn't been putting out records.
those are
He just put out records.
Here. Those are like here, I'll be back records.
Well, that's
not the heat
Tone,
that boy does.
Tone, we can't decide what type of records he's putting out. We don't know. If he's putting them out, then and they're not hitting, then they're not hitting.
How about
so
this?
It's not on Drake.
Khaled would have a record on Billboard if Drake was doing something. Future would definitely have something if Drake was with him. Migos if Drake was with him. Rick Ross if Drake was with him. 21 Savage if Drake was with him. I'll just keep naming the people. If the light-skinned dude raps with you, you hit Billboard. Right now,
But the light-skinned dude rap by himself and ain't hit it.
No, those are filler records, bro.
I can't help that, Tone. You keep saying it's filler record, but what can we do about that? If he's putting out boo-boo records.
So you don't think the moment Iceman comes out, it's going to be at least 1 to 2 records that hit Billboard immediately.
No, I think it's going to be probably 10 songs that hit Billboard immediately because of the streams and people are waiting to hear it. But what I want to know is how many will last. That's what the thing about Billboard. What's going to be the quality of it? Of course, as soon as it hits, it's going to be up there. Of course, we know that because that comes from the hype of Drake. But I'm talking about actually how many are going to sustain. Because the records that he put out probably were on there when they first came out. It just didn't have no staying power. But I'm going to tell you this.
Okay.
Talk about this. I mean, I understand. You get all red and light skin and pink every time you talk about Drake. And I don't like how you make me feel when we talk about it.
I don't like being called pink by another grown man. I didn't like that.
You turned Starburst pink. All right.
I don't like it. Read the next story, bro.
Tyler Perry has donated $100,000 to Bishop Marvin Winans after last week's offering mishap. And the church was glad, but the Roomies were mad. Look at this.
Since it broke out Monday, we have received one person called and he said, tell my name. He said, because I know God is in this. Tyler Perry sent $100,000. Bishop Patrick Wilton, he said, I'm sowing and I have +1. So he and his son-in-law sent $2,000. We have received, I'll get all that over there. But why don't you give God praise for what the devil meant for evil, God turn it around.
I love church
That's
like
praise
that.
Dance.
Mm-hmm.
Praise dance.
That's church. But listen, the Roomies wasted no time heading to the comments. Comedian Tony Baker said, did he get mad because Tyler Perry wasn't in the 100,000 plus 100,000 line?
That's funny.
That's hilarious.
That was a good one.
Pretty C posted, meanwhile, probably half of his congregation is behind on their bills. Damn. Blair's Archive said they jumping like they're getting a piece of the money. Please.
They are.
Now let's bring in a Roomie to discuss. Roomie, where you at?
Hello.
Peace and love, guys. How are you?
Hello, sis.
What's up, Roomie? What's your name? Where you checking in from?
Jeray Malay. I'm in Jersey. And I wanted to just talk about this really quickly because as you guys were like praise dancing too, and so was I, and this is the part of why we are still in these cycles, right? Church is so like exciting and it's fun. But when we think about what it's actually doing to our community, we really need to have a conversation. I'm not surprised that Tyler Perry has donated $100,000 because historically, like these celebrities have been playing in our faces along with these churches. You understand what I'm saying? Like, people are hungry. The people are tired and the people are hungry. And while we're out here praise dancing and having a good time, again, like to your point, people are really struggling. We're one paycheck away. The middle class is coming together to create a food bank. And it's like, I want them to know that I am doing this. And while I'm sure Tyler has a vested interest in the Black church, especially now, it's just ignorant and tone deaf. And I'm so upset about it. Like, I want to be excited, but you just can't be when in real life and real time.
Let me go ahead. Let me help you out. Let me help you out with this. Now, helping people out with food, money, clothes, Christmas, Thanksgiving. There are people that only do the giving and only care about other people during certain times of the year. Oh, the holidays, people need help. The government shut down. Oh, people need help. People need help 365 days of the year. And I'm not going to say all because I don't know all, but I'm going to say majority of the churches, especially the churches that I've ever attended, they all care for their congregation and the community that they're in 365 days. They're having food banks, not just when it's Thanksgiving, but right now. They're having scholarships, not when it's just school time, but right now. So I think it's an unfair thing to kind of judge and say that the Black churches are playing in our face when they are the people that they got their boots on the ground.
Well, I mean, I appreciate that comment, and I think that a lot of people share that, but just historically, we had, love donations, pastors appreciation weeks for years at this point. and I understand that people are donating and there are things that are happening, but if we want to talk about all of the wealth that's circulating through a Black church, if we really want to look at it from a macro level, and we are still facing food deserts, okay, we're still dealing with things within our own community that doesn't even have infrastructure, and we get to these churches like without limit, but they're still operating under tax exempt laws, operating like a corporation as opposed to really giving to the people. And while there are still some good churches and still some, community outreach, it does not equate to the level of like input the church is getting. It's not reciprocal in that sense. People are so pressed to give to the church and make it a performance. It's more performative than actual, like you said, boots on the ground and in real life. I don't see a lot of people at the church. I see a lot of people like working wage people coming together. Like, let's put a pack of oodles and noodles together for Halloween. You understand what I'm saying? And so I think that there is I understand your point and I respect it, but I think historically speaking, we should be up by now. The church should be up by now. And $100,000, $100,000, and like so many people are may go hungry. That doesn't even add up. It just doesn't add up.
Well,
it's just not the right time.
I want to speak to you from a preacher's kid point of view.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying? It takes a lot of money for a church to run. And I know you said a lot of money is circulating through the church. I know a lot of people were dancing, but statistically, only about 5% of membership actually tithe. So like this money that you think is there, or it looks like it's there, or it's there on the larger churches, those are a few of, that's almost like comparing, the mega churches to, like in music where you like, oh, everybody eating like Beyonce. No, it's not everybody like that. I mean, I think there are some churches that are extravagant, you know what I'm saying? But those are fewer than the ones that are actually like the type of churches like my father pastored, who didn't take a salary, you know what I'm saying, who would give love offerings back. And we don't see about somebody, I'm somebody who power was cut off while I was in college, and I went to the church and the church paid my overdue bill. You know what I'm saying? It was no show. They didn't tell nobody. Pastor just said, go to the bursar's office on Wednesday. They're gonna have a check for you. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't done. I know a lot of people who have gotten help from the church. You know what I'm saying? And it's been a resource. So, I mean, that's tough for me to kind of say that the church hasn't done things where I've lived it, I've seen it, and it's just I don't believe it. And it's not as many people. I know there's a lot of people dancing in that clip, but half them people dancing probably ain't tithed.
Right. And I, just before you respond, I definitely give you a chance to respond. Is you were speaking on a macro level. We should be up right now. That doesn't all fall on the church. That falls on everybody as a community. That falls on us as we vote. That falls on us as the entertainers, the people, the business people. It falls on us. We've lost the sense of community. There's not a lot of community within the Black culture right now. That is, everybody it's crabs in a barrel for the most part. It's I got mine, you got to get yours. That's if you listen to some of the white supremacists when they speak about Black culture, that is how. Well, you shouldn't need any help. You get out here and tie up your bootstraps and you should be getting to work and you should do that. And then you've had Black folks buy into that. So we'll give you a chance to respond before we get out of here.
Yes, thank you. I love that. And that's because capitalism is keeping us so individualistic, right? And I do think that there is a place to hold conversation for the Black church being a part of the community. And it used to be a reverent part of the community, a focal point. And to me, in my opinion, I feel that the church has lost its way a little bit. It's kind of lost its fangs as far as being the facilitators for a lot of things that happens within the community. And I do agree that it doesn't completely fall on the church, right? Black celebrities, they're also donating. The pastors are now celebrities a little bit too, right? The lines are just getting a little murky. And I would just like to see things more clear. Where's this money going? What can we do to really help, aid, and assist? And, there's room and space to have, and hold space for the smaller churches and even the larger churches. But in general, I do think that we should do better as a community and not be so quick to just look for a moment to shame someone like that woman gave, $1,200 with a young child next to her. I just feel like we should just do better as a collective and not just be so performative. And I want to see it happen in real life in real time.
All right. Thank you a lot thank you for joining us. I appreciate the commentary.
Yes,
Zach and I
sure.
both do.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Appreciate you. Yeah, man.
Come on now.
Come on now.
Yeah, it is.
We got another guest coming on the show.
Yeah.
It's popping today.
Yeah, man. Comedian Tacarra Williams wants to know why y'all mad at the big girls. Check this out.
Listen, hear me out. What did the plus size girlies do to y'all? Cause y'all really be mad at us. What did we do to y'all? What did we do to y'all? Huh? Who made you mad? Huh? Why y'all always talking about plus size women? We be minding our business somewhere, eating our snacks, and people keep sending me videos of people trashing plus size women unprovoked. We didn't even do nothing to y'all. First and foremost, plus size women can be gym girlies too. I'm a gym girl. I go to the gym 3-4 times a week. I work out with my trainer, and let's just be clear. Everybody don't want to be skinny. Okay? Everybody don't want to go back to their birth weight. Okay? Some of us like I like my body. I like my shape. I just work out to maintain my shape. I don't want to be thin. I don't want to be your size. Y'all always talking about us.
She's hilarious. Roomies, welcome to Tacarra Williams.
Oh,
Tacarra,
hi. Can you guys hear me clear?
Say that again.
I said, can you guys hear me clearly?
Yeah,
we can hear you.
You're a little low,
good,
but
good.
a little low, but cool.
I'm a little low. Oh God.
I don't want you to try to fix it.
Don't try to fix it and mess something up.
I was just gonna put my headphones on.
Let's see what that does. But if it don't,
Okay,
don't mess
that's
it up.
all. You know, I'm about the problem solving.
Okay. Let's see.
Because sometimes people try to fix something and blow it. Nope.
It's not
Take
better.
them off. Nope, take them off.
We get the echo. Take it off. Take them off.
Take them off.
I don't want no problems.
Yes, much better.
Much better.
Now,
Okay.
Tacarra, why do you think people come for the big girls?
Oh, I think that people come for the big girls because they haven't dealt with reality. And the reality is the average size of a woman in America is between 14 and 16, which means that the beauty standard changes now because the average changes. And I think that a lot of women are not accustomed to plus size women having confidence. They're not accustomed to plus size women loving their bodies. Back in the day, I'm in my 40s. Back in the day, plus size women used to hide in the house. They used to wear big clothes. They used to be embarrassed at their size. And now they're not. And I think that a lot of women who are not plus size, they don't want to say it out loud, but there is a sense of competition because more men are openly stating, I like a woman that's a little bigger in size. There's nothing wrong with it.
No, nothing wrong. We work with a plus size woman, beautiful, and she just got engaged. Shout out to Kiki.
Come on, Kiki.
I like plus size women. They, you know, y'all squishy.
And that's Tone loves y'all. He calls y'all squishy all the time.
It's like a beanbag.
I think that's a little mean, but it can also be true. Two things can be right at the same time. But I think that I do stand up comedy, and I have a decent following, and in some shape, way, or place, a lot of women feel like I'm this advocate for plus size women. So I get a lot of DMs sent to me in regards to the things that are being said, and sometimes when I'm watching the videos, I'm just like, who hurt you? These are just the most random, unprovoked videos toward plus size women. There was a woman, she was gorgeous. Had to be like 130 pounds. The perfect idea of what society says beauty is. But she was making a video telling plus size women, you don't deserve to be in a relationship.
Crazy.
Damn.
Crazy.
I said, goddamn, what we do to you? We don't deserve a relationship. Because plus size, and a lot of the things that they say is plus size women lack discipline, and if you lack discipline, a man who works out a lot, he's disciplined in his life, he don't want to be with you because you're not disciplined. Just because somebody's not disciplined in one area in their life doesn't take away from the fact that they may be disciplined in others.
Come on, man.
I might have a snack from time to time. I got an 11-year-old. She liked the good stuff. Okay, and every now and then I might want an Oreo with 2 or 5. That doesn't mean that I'm not disciplined in other areas in my life. They make it seem like if you plus size, you're just a failure. There's plus size women running corporations. There's plus size women whose bank accounts is fat. There's plus size women in great marriages with fine men.
It is.
I
mean, I just think that
what the men be in the gym for? They be like fat plus size women and gym girlies. I go to the gym multiple times a week with my trainer. I work out with my trainer. There's the men in there. They be working out to lift us. They just want to pick one leg up, at least get a leg.
I live by get a leg.
Get a leg is
get a leg. Just live by you ain't got to take both. I know what it is. That people act like plus size women don't be getting folded like pretzels. We get folded like pretzels, bologna sandwiches. We be getting bent up. Stop thinking that we don't.
That is silly.
A bologna sandwich in the 80s when your mama ain't had no money. We get folded. Stop acting like we don't. Yes, when you only had one piece of bread because the other piece of the bread was the end part and nobody want to eat that. So you just fold it. Stop acting like we don't get folded.
Lady is crazy.
That is hilarious. I just believe that everybody ain't meant to be the same size.
Exactly. That's what I
always say that. I always say that. You know what I'm saying? As a skinny black man who's not the tallest, I don't think I'm short, but I'm not the tallest. We get a lot of slang. You know what I'm saying? Just for your height. Oh, it's like, oh yeah, I don't want no man. That's you gotta be 6 feet. Hold on now. What we do to you? The way you feel about the plus size community is the way I feel like short kings get this for no reason, just for existing, just for living.
And that's wild to me because a lot of short kings got amazing women. They get the baddies. A lot of these short men be having the baddies.
What? He is over here acting like he is being traumatized after he just last segment just made fun of my skin tone, bro.
I heard him. He said you was starburst pink.
Pink. That's not a thing you say to another man.
I don't think it was starburst. I think it was more of the shade of your glasses, like that shade in your glasses. It was more of that color.
Grapefruit.
Pink was an overstatement. Yeah.
Yeah, we can't look. First of all, we were talking about Drake anyway, and Drake is not American light skin. We don't act like that.
Okay, brother.
Canadian light skin is different.
I give it to you.
Let me ask y'all, what is y'all take on plus size women nowadays?
I've never had a problem with plus size women ever in my life. Period. Ever. I just what I do have a problem with is ugliness. Now, you ugly, we got.
That's funny.
If you're ugly,
I'm gonna tell you something. Most women I date bigger than me anyway. Okay, most women I date bigger than me, so you know it's not a problem. Okay, it just depends on where is the plus size. You know, like where are we wearing? You know what I'm saying? Them legs, I like that. Okay, I like that. The legs, if you're wearing it, if your plus sizeness is in the waist down, I love all that. You know what I'm saying?
But that's something else I want to give attention to.
Back rolls. Whatever this squishy thing is, like when y'all put on them tights and it roll up on the side, whatever that meat is that hang out that's tender. Woo! That turns me on right there. That meat, that meat. It's just when y'all, I love that little side meat. And y'all be like, oh, I don't like my rolls up here. No, we love it. That's handlebars.
That hurts our feelings when you do that. But then we learn to appreciate it because you love it. So, and I think that's the point that I'm making. Back in the day, or however so many, years ago, it was frowned upon. Now we have you on a public platform saying, hey, that thing that you hate about yourself, I love that. And you know what that does? It gives us confidence. So now we're walking around proud with these back rolls because somebody loves it. Somebody wants a piece of it. This child, get over there. I'm gonna fight her. But now we are more outward with it because you're more outward with it. Back in the day, if you would have came on any platform and said, I like plus size women and I like them back rows, they would have tore you up.
I don't know why.
Nowadays, and a lot of plus size women are pretty. The faces be, whoo.
Yeah, they do.
Well, we want you to stick around. We gotta have you stick around for this next debate. I got nothing else to do if I could just keep
y'all over there.
Come on, girl. We got you. Now, on a recent episode of Watch What Happens with Live with Andy Cohen, Andy wanted to know if he gets invited to the cookout. Take a look at it.
But am I invited to the cookout?
No.
Oh.
Do you know? You can't just be handing those out. Andy, if you want to be invited, you don't ask.
You don't ask.
I didn't think they would say no.
Also,
Not even as a guest?
no. We didn't invite you as like,
And they all said,
you
no
know
at the
what?
same
I
time.
know.
Guess what? You could come as the celebrity guest.
Yes.
Yeah.
People would love that.
Love that.
Well, I don't like, that's like a dotted line. That's like the fine print.
Yeah, like, and Andy might show up, and then you show up, everyone's so happy, we'll give you a rib, some potato salad, and then you can go on about your business.
And you will do the electric.
Yes. You will. Do you know how to do the electric slide?
Yes.
You know the cha-cha slide?
The wobble.
The Cupid shuffle?
Oh, man.
Okay. Before we get to this, got to shout out my dog who gave me a day. He watching. Shout out to.
No, Major is watching, man.
Oh, I thought it was my dog.
You said the Major.
I thought it was the mayor. I was lined up.
Shout out to Major. Now that's Major. Shout out to Major.
Now, what up to Major? What's happening?
Shout out to you.
Now I got excited. I thought it was the mayor, Brandon Johnson.
Now I wanna let's play a round of who's invited to the cookout. Okay, I'm gonna give you some names, and you tell me why they are or why they're not invited to the cookout. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Justin Bieber.
Oh, Justin Bieber. Oh God, yeah, he's invited to the cookout.
You gotta let Justin.
Okay, you ready, Justin?
He's invited to the cookout. He's done his due diligence. He's played his role respectfully.
Respectfully.
Yes, he's invited to the cookout. Yeah, respectfully.
The Kardashians Jenners.
Hell no.
They've been a plus one forever.
They had enough cookouts. And if they didn't get invited to none of the cookouts with the minute they had them kids by, that ain't got nothing to do with us, okay? You had more than enough opportunity to get invited to the cookout.
Oh man.
Okay? The ribs, you're not getting them here. The potato salad, put your raisins in it, go about your business. That ain't got nothing to do with us. The Kardashians, absolutely not. They're going to want to have clouds at the cookout. They're going to want to put Christmas trees up in June. They're going to want to decorate for the cookout, giant teddy bears in the front lawn. I'm good. No, they're not. No, they're not invited to my cookout now.
What about Gavin Newsom?
Who?
Gavin Newsom.
This brother right here.
She just said no. Okay.
Gavin got a little swag.
He do, but he
Gavin got a little swag. Wait a minute. Let me think. Let me talk to myself.
She crazy.
Yeah, little Gavin. Yeah, he got a brother too, don't he?
Okay, you gotta chill.
Yeah, bring them. They can come. I got some friends. I got a couple of friends. Yeah, but he can't dress like that.
Okay, what you gonna put him on?
Just take the blazer and the tie off.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
Be smooth with it. I want the blazer here. You know that little.
Yeah, like a polo model.
Like this.
Yeah, he can come.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Who else y'all got?
Ivanka and Jared Kushner.
Who that?
Them.
The Trumps?
Them. Yeah, them.
They are invited to hell. Ain't no way they coming to no cookout. I'll put them on the grill myself. Both of them.
She said she'll put them on the grill.
Well done. I won't even give them medium. None of that. Well done on the grill. Absolutely. They can come, but they will be absolutely that.
Oh my God.
Absolutely. They don't even look right in the picture. No.
Look like Get Out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Adele.
It looked like we gonna come there as guests and leave as owners. Absolutely not. They can't come to the goddamn cookout. Hell no.
We got Adele.
Okay. Yes.
I think so.
Yes.
Agreed.
Adele could come to the cookout, and I'll let her bring something, and she can bring a dish.
She can even sing. She can bless the food.
Now y'all taking it too.
I let Adele bless the food.
Yeah.
No. Yes, she can. Yes, she can. Adele can bless the food.
Oh,
she can bring a dish. She looked like she can make a good, like, I don't know, like a lamb chop. She could bring a dish. Adele could bring a dish.
I like that.
Why you laughing?
Drake.
Oh man, that's so sad. I'm gonna have to go with no. Them cornrows in that picture bother me. No.
Dang.
Yeah. That don't mean you can't come because you light skinned. We're not talking about you. We just talking about Drake.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
That's not the same for you. Yeah. He
What
look like
about
he'll complain about everything. Like I'm good.
he be like, I'm hot.
Yeah, because if I invite somebody to the barbecue, they gotta know how to play spades. And he don't look like he know how to play spades or dominoes.
All right, what about Justin Timberlake?
Oh man, the Justin. I would have said yes until I saw that concert where he was dancing. I was like, oh man, damn, Justin. That hairline is invited. That hairline and that jacket can come. That hairline and that jacket is fire. Yeah, just off this picture right here. Normally I would say no, but it's something about the hairline, the jacket, the shades, and the dude in the back with the dreads. If he bring him with him, they can come. But he has to come with that man in the back with the dreads.
I think early Justin could come. Early Justin.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But this Justin
on the red carpet. I like that Justin. But this new Justin, Man in the Wolf. You remember he put that Wolf album? Ever since that, I ain't.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was like,
oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Well, we got another debate. We got another debate for you. All right. They're saying everybody can't go where you're going. Sometimes you outgrow certain friendship. So here's the debate. Should you just ghost a friend when you start to elevate?
Oh, Jesus. I feel like I'm there now.
Oh, wow.
I don't think you should ghost anyone because you're elevating. I think within time it'll play itself out. I think it's important that people understand the why. And when things play themselves out, they get an opportunity to understand the why. There was a time and a place in my career where I didn't understand why I necessarily got ghosted. But it was because there are certain people around me were growing in a certain space. And I was so upset about it. I just said, you just stopped talking to me. You didn't give me no time of day. You didn't do this and you didn't do that. And now that I'm in that position, I understand that the mindset of certain people are different than yours may be. So I don't believe in ghosting anybody when you start to grow in certain areas. I think that in time, it will play itself out. And that's important to me for people to understand the why. Now, I can't force the why, but if you can see for yourself why this is happening, that matters to me. So no, I don't think you should just ghost somebody because you doing good in life or you're doing better or you're elevating. That creates animosity, that creates hatred. But if you allow it to happen on its own, hopefully they'll sit back and go, I see why this happened.
Yep.
And that happened to me. Yeah.
Now, before we let you go,
people get a little bit of money and they be out. God damn, y'all some hard
A little bit.
Yeah, get a little change.
A little bit. Gotta
change
go.
on you.
They been somewhere telling their friends he got a little deal or whatever, and then he just stopped talking to me. I'm like, damn, I thought we was cool.
Yeah, I'm changing
you
my
over there
number.
just living your life like, nah, because I was trying to do this and they couldn't do this and they didn't understand the mind and the concept that I was. No, I let it play out by itself. I think it's different for men and women too.
Tacarra.
Okay, let me go.
Tacarra. We got other guests on the damn show, and you keep talking. Before we let you go, where can folks find your comedy?
It's Tacarra Comedy on everything. Tacarra Comedy on everything. If you can't find that, just go to tacarra.com. Tacarra.com. Thank you guys so much for having me. I had a great time.
Man, you were so dope, Tacarra. Thank you. You got to join the show again for sure.
All right, now see
you later. See you later.
Okay,
go on later, Edge. I'll see you, girl. All right, the government shutdown has hit its 30-day mark as the pause in food and aid lingers. Here to discuss the impact of our president is Congressmember Jasmine Crockett. Welcome back to the show, Congresswoman.
Hey, y'all.
What's up? What's up? Good to see you again.
It's good to see y'all too. I am constantly on the road, so excuse me. I am in a hotel room.
That's all right. We know you out there on boots on the ground, putting the work in.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely. I'm in California because Prop 50 is on the ballot. So we are trying to get these 5 seats so we can stop playing games with this ridiculous administration. So yes, I am here campaigning.
All right. Well, I want you to talk to us about what's happening with the ongoing government shutdown and the bill you recently introduced addressing student loan debt relief. And what should the people know about what's going on?
Absolutely. So first of all, people are going to go hungrier, and I want to do an emphasis on hungrier because we have a hunger issue in this country in general, and it is so annoying to see all the posts online that are talking about people being lazy and talking about the 40 million Americans, because it's Americans, because that's a qualification, but like the 40 million Americans that are going to be hungrier simply because we have an administration that does not care. There are additional emergency funds that are available. He has decided that they will not allow those emergency funds to be released in this moment and does not care. And when I say does not care, he don't care about nobody. Rural America uses more SNAP benefits than urban America. It is only $2 per meal a day that people get to supplement their nutrition. And if you've been to any grocery store, you know the $2 a meal ain't really taking you that far. So the fact that you want to be that cruel while at the same time demanding that we give you almost $300 million to put in your pocket because you feel like you got wronged when your criminal butt got charged because you decided that you wanted to perpetrate an insurrection is just a slap in the face, and mostly in the face of people that put him into power. So I want people to know that whether the government is open or not, he could decide to make sure that people could eat. Not to mention, y'all saw that he called up one of his homies and was like, hey, give the military over $100 million, which is not legal, right? So he has options. He's choosing not to explore those options.
Now, Congresswoman, Texas was ground zero for the redistricting fight, and things have only intensified since then, especially with the new Supreme Court case over the Voting Rights Act that could reshape minority majority districts. What do you make of all this, and what's really at stake?
Yeah, so basically, Kamala Harris, when she ran, she said, we won't go back. When we was talking about not going back and they were talking about making America great, like, I think we were talking about the same thing. But unfortunately, the people that believed in quote unquote greatness, they are getting there. These are people that want to drag us back to pre-Jim Crow. If they could, I'm sure they would put us in chains. And I say that, and some people may think that it's hyperbolic, but when you look at the fact that they are doing the things that they're doing to the immigrant community, when you look at the fact that as they know that they don't have the workers that they need, they want to roll back child labor laws and make it to where children can do the labor that they personally don't want to do. It tells you kind of the story of where we are. We are living at a time in which this administration is beating all of us down. And I want to make sure I go back and address a piece of legislation that I did file as it relates to this shutdown. This piece of legislation specifically is for those that are having to pay student loans. So it's interesting that the federal government is in a space in which they're saying we're not going to give out money, but let you not pay them some money back in this moment, and you will face consequences. And so I want to make it to where if you are a federal worker and you are having to deal with a government shutdown, that you do not have to make those payments back, and or your credit will not be impacted. So that is a piece of legislation I filed. Who knows whether or not it'll go anywhere. But these are the types of fights that we need to be waging in this moment. As it relates to redistricting as a whole, I want people to understand when I said pre-Jim Crow, because we know that the Voting Rights Act was only signed into law 60 years ago. It made 60 years this year. And it was due to the work of those that organized and were on the front lines. We have so many pictures of Martin Luther King being in the Oval Office, sitting with Lyndon B. Johnson, one of the few good things that Texas ever sent to DC. Lyndon B. Johnson was the president. Lyndon B. Johnson signed the Civil Rights Act into law, as well as the Voting Rights Act. That Voting Rights Act ensured that we didn't just say in the Constitution that each person was a full person. If any of you have studied up on the 3/5 compromise, in which they were basically saying that we were not a full person, let me be clear. In the state of Texas, with the map that they've drawn, our voting strength as African Americans has gone to 1/5 the voting strength of our white Texans. Our Latino voting strength has gone to 1/3 of our white Texans. There are 39% of the state is Anglo. Yet when it comes down to who will be able to choose who goes to DC under this current map, it will be the 39% gets to choose 80% almost of the seats that go to DC. That is straight up racism, regardless of how offended somebody may be. That is making it to where African-American voices, Latino voices do not have anywhere near the voting strength, even though we are a majority minority state where 61% of the state is people of color. But they have not stopped in Texas. They have decided that they wanted to go into North Carolina. The specific seat that they're trying to get rid of is a seat that's currently held by an African-American member. They've decided that they plan to go to Florida. They have gone into Missouri, and they have deleted the seat of another African-American member out of Kansas City. They have decided that they want to go into Ohio, where we have another African-American seat that they're looking at, Amelia Sykes. They asked South Carolina to get into the game. They absolutely are pressing on Indiana, and now Indiana supposedly is going to go in, even though they say that they don't have the votes, where yet another African-American, Andre Carson, is somebody that they are targeting. So don't believe the hype that this dude is about Black folk because you can find a picture of him with a Black rapper. This guy knows that Black people recognize that he ain't nothing but a fool and a con. And so therefore, he absolutely wants to make sure that he can put Black voices and Black voting power on mute because he doesn't want there to be bold voices that are unafraid to come up against him.
All right, let me ask this because I keep hearing November 1st, as it pertains to the government shutdown. What's significant about November 1st? Let the roomies know what's happening and what is going to continue happening. What will things get worse in your opinion on November 1st?
Yeah, so I mean, imagine like this. The best way that I can describe this is imagine that you had a bill that came due and you don't pay that bill on the due date. And basically you get your cutoff notice, right? That's essentially where we are, right? So we were supposed to have our appropriations done by September 30th. We didn't get it done, but everything didn't just like automatically shut down on that day. It's kind of been gradual. Well, now, as it relates to SNAP benefits, as it relates to WIC, that runs out. In addition to, and it runs out to the extent that whatever was there is theoretically gone, but there are emergency dollars that can be tapped into specifically for SNAP, and he's decided not to tap into them. In addition to that, we really end up hitting like a really sore spot by the time you get to 30 days because there are certain people, for instance, my staff and myself, we get paid once a month. So within the federal government, you have people that get paid every 2 weeks. You have people that get paid twice a month. And then you have people that get paid once a month. So now we're going to end up with a whole other string of people that are about to miss their checks and they're about to miss an entire month's worth of pay. So now people will potentially start to say, I just can't do this, because you may lose your job if you go and work somewhere else. That's another thing people don't understand. We're in a shutdown. They make people work without getting paid, but you also can lose your job if you end up taking up other jobs, even though this one is not paying you at the moment.
So travel and things of that nature is going to be affected, because I just traveled back from Atlanta. Me and Zach both did. We traveled back and it was crazy. Hartsfield is already crazy as it is, but they were saying that things are slowing down because a lot of the government workers are saying, I'm cool.
Yeah, not getting
Yeah.
paid.
Especially our TSA workers. TSA workers, like I just encourage all of y'all, as y'all are going through the airport, like don't be dismissive. Like I feel like there's a lot of federal government workers that people don't really fully appreciate until they need something. I would just ask. Like kindness goes a long way, especially in this moment. I would just ask that, like literally, if you are traveling, to just thank a TSA worker, like thank them for their service, because they're showing up and they are some of our least paid workers, and they are really going through it right now. So you may have TSA workers that are like, forget it, like I gotta go find me another job, which means that those lines get a lot longer, and there is the risk of obviously something being missed. With our air traffic controllers, most of them get paid once a month, is my understanding. So our air traffic controllers, they are the ones that are making sure that we aren't colliding in the air. And so as you have less air traffic controllers, they do have to minimize how much air traffic we have. And to be perfectly honest, we have been down about 30% on our air traffic controllers anyway. It is very intense. If you can imagine being a gamer and sitting in a room, like a dark room, and you're like just zoned in on the game, that's kind of how air traffic controllers have to be. And it's like a marathon. Like you can't just wake up one day and be like, I'm gonna be an air traffic controller tomorrow. No, you gotta train. And when they train you, and when we go through a shutdown, they stop all the trainings and you have to start over. So it's not like, okay, I'll just go in. And we have age requirements. People don't understand how close legally like these planes are flying. Like I've been in a control room, and that it stresses me out. It is one of the most stressful jobs because it's just these little green dots on a black screen, and they're trying to make sure that the green dots do not touch. And it's intense. It's very intense, and not everybody can do it, and we can't replace them overnight. So, I mean, that's just another thing that we're dealing with right now, because air traffic controllers have been stressed out because airlines keep wanting to have more and more routes. They keep wanting to put more and more gates up because airlines want to make more money. But we don't have enough air traffic controllers as it is. And it's only about to get worse, especially since this administration erroneously was going in, firing people when they first came in and that kind of stuff.
Wow.
Yeah.
Zach, you want to talk about the Stephen A. Smith stuff?
Yeah, I do. I wanted to bring that up on a lighter note. Stephen A. Smith, you and Stephen A. Smith had some comments about you and the way that you conducted yourself towards Trump and different things like that. But he has since then he has apologized since the backlash he's received. First of all, how did you feel when you heard those comments from Stephen A. Smith? And secondly, did you accept his apology?
Yeah, so when I first heard the comments, I was disappointed. I'm gonna be perfectly honest. And I've never met Stephen A. We've never had a conversation a day in our lives. I was disappointed simply because it was a Black man. I'm gonna be perfectly honest. Like in the work that I do, I anticipate that there's tons of racists or just tons of people that are on the other side from me that will be critical and not focus on the substance of what it is that I'm doing, not focus on the legislation, not focus on the money that I bring in, not focus on the programs that I run out of my districts, not focus on how I am very much in tune with keeping my districts informed of what's going on in the government, like the meat and potatoes. Like I get that they will ignore all that stuff. But in a time in which Black women specifically are under attack, and we all know what Malcolm X said about the Black woman, I just felt a way that there was a Black man who decided not to do any research and decided to more so comment on my stylistic approach, which I'm good with people disagreeing or whatever, but to use your platform in order to not only come for me, but consistently kind of have a track record of coming for Black women. I was just very disappointed in him. Like that was just really disappointing from like a cultural standpoint. Especially since he failed to do any research. I just feel like you have an obligation to do better. Y'all know how it is. As Black people, like we are always expected to do better. So that was disappointing. As it relates to his apology, I'm gonna be honest, and I'm gonna tell you that like I haven't paid attention whatsoever. I do feel like whatever took place was more so in response to the backlash. And so you know, it's kind of like, all right, so if you hadn't gotten smoke, like, would you have done it? And I think that that's the question that I would ask if, like, we were to have a conversation to be like, was this about the smoke that you were getting and you trying to clear the air? Or was this because you genuinely, like, had people coming at you talking about the fact that I brought an ARPA H location to my district, one of only 3 in the entire country, where I worked in a bipartisan way to get that done? Or maybe somebody informed you of all the work that I've done with my senior senator in the state of Texas, John Cornyn, who is a Republican, to make sure that like we could work on legislation around fentanyl. Like I just wondered if it was that, or if it was about the millions of dollars that I brought home, or if, you know, whatever it was, right? Like, I want to know if it was based on the substance or if this was more like CYA. And, you know, based on like what he was saying in response would be my answer to whether or not like I accept it. But either way, it's done. we're moving on. And I just got to say that I appreciate and love the people, because people that follow me pay attention and they know the things that I'm doing. They understand why I am pushing back on Trump. They understand that Trump is the big threat, not how I talk, but what he's doing, the things that are literally taking people's food out of their mouths, taking their jobs away from them, taking access to education away from them, taking access to capital, whether it's to buy a home or to start your business. Like, they understand that I'm not really the threat as a sitting House member. He is. And so I appreciate that people like spoke out, and I didn't really need to say anything.
Well, that was a really nice way to say he can keep that tired ass apology. That was really nice. That's what you said. That's what I heard.
Well,
you can keep it.
Yeah, that's kind of what I heard too. A little bit. I heard a little bit. I heard that too. Yeah, and again, Congresswoman, we've had you on the show a number of times, and I've said it. I've heard you talk in a certain way, and I've heard you talk another way. And I think that it's okay, like you said, to challenge the style. But I think the same way with a Stephen A. Smith, you smart enough to know when and how, and when you're saying things in a certain way, you're doing it for a reason. You're not just going because you just like, yeah, I feel like saying this. You're doing it for a reason. And I think that's the part when I was reading the comments and reading what people were saying, I was like she speaks for a living. She galvanizes people for a living. You think she is just flying off the cuff and talking is ridiculous.
It's ridiculous. And I think what made me upset is the way Trump talks to people and about people. You know what I'm saying? With no regard. The way even Steve and his vibrato and the way that he talks about sports and different things and topics is like to question. Then when you do it, it's like, it's a problem. Do you think that? I just wonder, do you feel attacked by Black men?
I will tell you that I don't. I will tell you that probably one of the really sweet spots was the number of Black men that decided to speak up from all different kind of walks of life. They were all speaking up in protection and defense of me. And as someone who really I love us. Like I love us down. And the idea that people try to put me into a box and say things like, oh, well, she went to private school, so it's all fake, or she's like cosplaying or whatever. Like, I have been Black my whole life, regardless of what school that I've ever attended. Not to mention, like, you have to understand that I did criminal defense work. So I would have to go in and actually be able to talk to a client, which my clients came from all different backgrounds, especially when I was a public defender. And I need to talk to them to in a way in which they know that I understand what's popping. Like, I got to talk to them that way. But at the same time, they knew that I absolutely had my law degree. I had multiple law licenses for bars that I had passed the very first time that I took those bar exams. And they knew that by the time I went into court, I was going to be suited and booted. And I was going to be able to talk to a jury full of people that came from all walks of life, as well as by the time I had to argue to the judge, I was going to understand how to approach the judge and use my legalese. And so when people complain about the way the Democrats communicate, I think you have to understand your audience. So yes, like when I'm on a podcast, do I feel like I need to speak a certain way or to use terminology that only other members of Congress would understand? I don't. And I think that when especially Black people see me, they just are like, all right, like we know what it is. When we go to work, we got to deal with work in a certain way. But like if we're at home or we're talking to like our friends or something, like we may be talking a completely different way, but it doesn't have anything to do with our intelligence. Because if you did your research, you would know I was top 10% of my class when I was at Thurgood Marshall School of Law. Like you would know that I went to like one of the top undergrads in this country, the same undergrad that produced Amy Coney Barrett, even though she's on the wrong side of history while she sits on the Supreme Court. Like you would know that, yes, I have the intellect. And when I come into committee, I back up everything that I say with actual research and receipts. And that frankly, I don't sleep. Because I am constantly trying to be prepared, because if I ever walk in and I'm not ready, I can tell you that I am going to be one of the first ones that they take down. So I just say that like right now, as we are going through these hard times, the best thing that we can do is stick together. We can figure out like when and how to critique later. But right now, we all are suffering and struggling. I don't care how much money you make. I don't care what neighborhood you came from. And I really don't care how many degrees you have or don't. We are all in the same sinking ship. And that's what we have to focus on, is we have to focus on us getting out of the mess that we unfortunately are in. And then we can take time to go over the other stuff.
Facts.
There it is.
Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett, another great time on the show. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. Get you some rest, sis. Get you some rest and get ready to do some good tomorrow. Thanks a lot for joining the show.
Absolutely. Have a good one.
All right now. Always a pleasure when Jasmine comes on the show.
For sure.
All right, and this week, TSR Investigates has a worldwide exclusive for you. Justin Carter was on assignment in New York City to get the scoop. Check this out.
You could buy it by the bundle.
Is this human or is this synthetic?
No, this is synthetic.
Black people, we love our braids.
Would normally have braids in 24/7.
The way this hair about to be slayed, baby.
But it's the style that we've all known to protect our hair, quietly putting us in danger.
2 times it's happened to me. Very nasty looking sores on the back of my neck.
Mega companies selling us synthetic hair you may find at the beauty supply.
All of them have some type of chemical at this point.
It has been tearing some of us up.
My scalp is pretty much burning.
So the Shade Room, we flew to New York.
So we've been here for about 2 hours.
Pressing the companies that make our hair products, but don't look like us.
What are you guys working on specifically?
Those same companies at the center of a shocking consumer report that found chemicals, benzene, acetone, lead, and synthetic braiding hair.
Gutted. I was gutted.
The dare to know what's in your hair. I'm Justin Carter, and this is a TSR Investigate special report.
No,
can't do that. I like some braids.
I love braids. That's them vacation braids that Justin is investigating.
But it's always something when things, you know, as people start to do something, see the money coming in, see the money, they find ways to cut corners. And that's what this is. When you see chemicals being added, there's no reason to add the chemicals other than to cut corners and make money.
Yep. All right. So make sure y'all be sure to like and subscribe to all things Shade Room, man. And Justin's going to get to the bottom of that.
Absolutely. And we'll be back next week, Roomies, and we will have our third member. That's right. With more Shade Room headlines, debates, and trending topics.
And make sure you like and subscribe to the Shade Room's YouTube channel so you never miss exclusive Shade Room news and interviews.
That's right. Until next time, remember to represent the culture with excellence. Woo, woo, beat.